overtakes, man, words, or what's going on with me today. Overtakes Dopeye up on the high ground, and look at this dude. He's dropped into critical HP. He's just got to bail on the entire situation. He's like, Graska, my bad, man. I didn't know it was your high ground.
Sorry about that. Good to go now.
Almost here. Top 5, Lupo getting close.
80 damage there. Graska looking to follow through. See if we can pick up an elimination. Going to double layer above. You want to keep ownership of as many surfaces above as players are rotating. Look at that shot. That's exactly why. Takes ownership of the ceiling. Quick edit. Shaz goes down. 4 players remaining. 8 elims right now for Graska. Big game. Victory Royale or not. We'll see here in a second. Dopey on the ultimate low ground. 30 HP, it looks like. Trick and Nico King fighting it out. The same tarp, the same box. Nico King drops out just before getting the elim and actually goes down himself. Trick going down to Graska. It's a 1v1 with Dopey with no builds, 29 HP. Here we go. The shots from above. Constant pressure is all it's going to take, as this is Graska's game to win. Imagine a loss right now. Yeah, right. It couldn't be me. And Graska takes it home.
Very well executed for him. Just identifying, when to go for the high ground retake. Obviously, you want high ground heading into these later circles, but you got to know when to do it. Because if you just go get aggressive and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to challenge this guy. Oftentimes, it's met with a combat shotgun to the face.
Timing is everything. Timing is absolutely everything. If you like you said, if you have a player that pushes up at the wrong time, maybe that player that has the ultimate high ground is already aware of everything that's going on. Could literally have a bead on you from above. Maybe you flint knock up, maybe you redeploy. Yeah. Anything. You're putting yourself in a shot in a position that basically says, "Please shoot me out of the air." Have this elimination. Excellent gameplay there. By the way, if you are on NA East, we are in the last 3.5 minutes of queue time. Get the games in, or that's a big misstep. Why would you not? Just do it.
I mean, especially if you have extra games, just hop in and go for those elimination games or throwaway games, as sometimes we refer to.
If it's your last one, though, definitely play it all the way out for placement.
Yeah.
So important.
Absolutely.
To pick up extra points there. See the mark for the circle. I mentioned that earlier. Kind of cool that we can see that from this view. Carew from the Twitter gang, or I'm not sure.
I think that just means he's Carew on Twitter.
I just love all the different prefixes and stuff people put in their names. The smiley faces at the end. Is goated, spams L2.
I will not lose.
Love it. Love
a billion of them. Picks up air cool there in the crossfire. Now he knows someone else is close. Luxier as well going to get picked up. And someone's going to send Stinks RPGs, the likes, over Carew's way. But look at all this free loot. I believe that is a Chug Jug as well. I mean, I feel like if you're going to go ahead and dedicate the 10 seconds for the Meg, just take the extra 5.
Chug. Why are you not using the Chug?
Listen,
Drew, why are you not using the Chug, bro?
It's... maybe he's just feeling a little bit of pressure here from things around him. Remember, we have more, insight on this just because we can see more. We have more information than Carew does in this game. So
I feel like he's got to have the audio cues to know that no one is around him, or at least no one's going to pressure. The only thought could be, is there someone maybe 1-2 layers up with a heavy snipe, someone that could drop into this box and apply pressure when I'm not really expecting it. Yeah. But he was already at such high HP and shield. Look, he's even standing still right now. This is just so you know at home. Look at that. That wasn't even a spectate issue. That was literally he sat there and did nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you might as well have just taken the Chug and just leave it behind. Listen, it's okay.
Leaving it behind now makes sense.
Yeah,
you're not going to get a chance to use that, but not using the Chug in that moment feels like a misplay. It's all right though. Hopefully,
very well
figure this out.
Could come back to bite him, but look, if he gets a siphon, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
That might be what he's banking on. It's like, look, let's just go for the siphon.
He knows. He read the script, right? He knows that this is about to be an elim for him. Joke, by the way. Internet, Reddit, please. There's no actual script. Kidding. 30 players left. We'll get a top 25 soon. Carew just rotating around inside this baller. Not putting too much pressure on anybody. You don't want to make yourself a target and make anybody frustrated. You break their builds, that kind of thing. You know they're going to lash back. Calebur in the feed, pick it up. Elim on Tandy. Players in the ultimate high ground stills. Carew's rotating this ball. He's not the only one, though, as you see a swarm of ballers in front.
Right here on the edge of top 25. And this is what we're going to see, right? Everyone's slowing down their game. Justin, unfortunately, going to be edged out right there at the end. And this is probably when you wanted to... This is the least optimal time to be eliminated, right? Right on the edge of top 25.
Because the heartbreaking, because you wasted 20 minutes getting to top 26, and then you get popped. Whoever you see in the feed next. Oh, there it is. I believe it was Swifty Slides goes down. Very sad.
Yeah, if you jump into a game and you're eliminated like 86, maybe pick up an elim or two, you're like, you know what? no big
Not
deal.
bad.
I hopped in.
Good use of time.
Yeah, but if you hop in like that and you get eliminated, it's rough.
Right now, not the best. I guess the last game, too, not a huge deal because you know that we're going to get another one in. But this is a lot of players. Styles on Gek all the way to the bottom of your screen, falling outside of the zone, probably going to go down 2 storm damage. On your screen were the point schemes, how to get points, placement, and eliminations. Very important. Percently, 0 elims, 101 builds, 17 left, looking all the way up top, pushing his way back up. Player inside, a lot of baller play in here. You got to remember too, I feel like if you mess with one baller, you're going to get the whole swarm, so you got to be careful because there's going to be a lot of people flying around you. Gal all the way to the top. Zakep, NA East out of time for queuing. Bugabot dropping in as well. Sebi goes down. Animal pick up that elimination.
You know, I feel like at this point, because there's so many ballers rolling around, like you just gotta crack them. Yeah, there goes one.
Speaking of, Animal forced out of the ball are gonna have to build up and tarp out at the level here, which is kind of tough because there's nothing else connecting what he's built in on, unless somebody connected from above, which they may have. We'll see here. Good chance to farm up a little bit of tree. Some wood there. He's only at 331. Might as well pick up as much as he can. Move forward and build out towards the front of the safe zone, boxing up and looking back inside for an opportunity to take shots. Awareness here, extremely important. As a player in a potential top 10 of the board situation, you want to look for every chance you have to pick up even just 1 elim. Even a tag on a player that may go down to the storm, because that will count as a point too. You have that 60-second window. Recent patch changes, changing the way that players are playing. Shots through the window, big hit there, finds Briggs, an elimination. 8 remaining. That's the second one for Animal.
He finds himself a combat as well. Now, he did not pick it up. I don't think he realized. Unfortunately, he's going to be caught off guard there a little. Unfortunately, when you happen to, in those situations, when you're trying to rapidly pick up loot, you're just going to drop a few things that you don't mean to, and that's kind of what we saw, unfortunately. But look at all the spread of people here, Lupo. Everyone's, like, Percently's basically in the stratosphere right now. Just now deciding, let me rejoin everyone down below, playing Fortnite. Mooncakes gets picked up in the crossfire. Now it's only top 5.
Let me join everyone playing Fortnite down below. I'm playing a different game up in the sky. Percently and Jen now on the ultimate high. Tendons in the mid, and one player, I believe, floating in right now. It's Crazy Ken dropping in. If Percently doesn't look up very soon, it's going to be scary immediately. Nope, Crazy Ken going to go down to the storm. Tendons in the ultimate low. Percently has the HP advantage, and it does pay off big as the storm takes Tendons out. And that's a victory royale, a 1 elimination victory royale. 11 points is still big.
Yeah, it's hard, right? Because like in games like that where you have the 1 elimination and the 10 points from the victory royale, it's kind of like, you know, you could have gone for more, but it's 11 points.
11. Look at it this way: 1 elimination and 26th. That's 1. 1 elimination and a win. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Still got the victory royale. It all adds up. Meanwhile, Symphony, a name we've seen maybe once or twice. Wink. Very well-known player here. 40 remaining. Good to see everybody making an opportunity to sneak their way out onto the main stage here in NA East. If you're just tuning in, we're coming up towards the end of these NA East games. The last week for solo qualifiers, week 9 here. It's been 5 of them total. So if players do not qualify solo today, they do not qualify solo at all for New York City.
That's right, man. Only 1 week of duo competition as well. It's crazy that
it's the last minute. That's why I think these are the highest tension games, and that's why I think players are putting on an excellent performance. Shots here, the infantry rifle. Oh my gosh! Nylon
is bad aim.
Beamed out of midair. Symphony showing that he does have the good aim. That good that you want.
You know, man, this is such a great point, though, in that, like, because this is coming down to the final few games, right? This final either 10 games or 3-hour window to play in, you're just going to see people play very different, right? Like, maybe someone's more aggressive, but you're trying to say, look, I need to play for placements. I got to at least hit top 25. Then I go for eliminations, right, to maximize my time. Maybe someone plays very, very defensively, so much so that we saw, like, last game, they only got the 1 elim, but still the 11 points, it's huge.
Yep.
But if you only get 1 elimination, you're eliminated, like, top 25, it's only 4 points, and that's where, again, we talk a lot about, you know, time management, game management, knowing when to be aggressive, when not. it all comes into play.
You have to realize, too, I've seen a little bit of this on Twitter from a number of different personalities in the Fortnite community. People are talking about how once the 20th and the 21st goes by, once the 10th week of competition is done, we have a month of decompression. If you have to realize that 2.5 months straight of people literally non-stop grinding, non-stop practicing, scrimmage games left and right all day, that's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stress on a lot of these players, and so a good decompression period, I honestly look forward to it for a lot of the people that are out here. People that will not qualify can look forward to what's next from Epic. Vaughn goes down midair. But there is a lot of stress right now because you're down the last 2 weeks, so people, I think, are a little more punishing in their own gameplay, a little less forgiving on mistakes they make themselves. So once this is done, you get a good reset period for people that have qualified, a good, like a mental break, just for a little bit. But then you gotta stay serious after that, get back into it, because New York City is just around the corner. Coming up in the late July, it's gonna be a big time for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy, you know, to be eliminated and maybe not qualify or what have you, and get very down on yourself and down on your skills. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember, these players are top 3,000 in their region. They are here for a reason. All their hard work, things like this. That Spizzle of all people, right there on the edge of top 25 as well. You hate to see it, but, you know, man, at the end of the day, you just got to remember that you're here for a reason. You're an incredible player, and there's always going to be more opportunities in the future.
Thanks, Zeke. I knew I was incredible, but hearing it from you helps quite a bit. Your placement positions right there in the top right of your screen. Oceania, Asia, Brazil, 1 apiece. 8 for Europe, 6 for NA East, 2 for NA West. And if you're a real gamer out there, you're putting something big out, you want to see a cool clip, anything like that, hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Tag us on Twitter, Zeke specifically.
Oh, man, I love when people post things. I love interacting with the community. It's a lot of fun. What?
There's good people out there.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Just like the Sneaky Bro art, they sent us the artwork as well. I mean,
the Fortnite?
The Fortnite, yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, inside this box, doing non-stop work. Guys takes Dr. Football out, pushing up. Horn in the ultimate high ground, looking down from above. Wi-Fi. No shield and trying to rotate forward. Vivid from Liquid, another player we've kept our eyes on previously. I actually caught a clip of Vivid flying off the map earlier in a quad. You got to be real careful with those, bud. You got to be real careful with those. 15 players left. Placement points out for everybody involved. Kez still inside this box. Down to 28 shield tagged from the back. Gonna have to wall off and protect himself. Drop in there. The baller causing a bit of a ruckus. Shot from the side. Symphony catches him inside a box. Campfire goes unused. Symphony 10 bandages for a late game heal off if needed. I guess pick it up. J-Storm Tyler's in the feed. 12 players remaining. And if you're at home wondering why we try and commentate a majority of what you see on your screen in relevant times like this, because there are players that, spectators that won't be able to watch the stream, people that are potentially blind that enjoy listening to Fortnite. Just keep that in mind when we're talking about everything that happens here. 9 players, 8 players left. This is Lucky from Tempo, already qualified, but does go down with Wipo. 8 players left now. Symphony building up at a shot from above. Gotta watch out for those layers. A quick double edit, a reset, and a build overtakes ultimate high ground. Quick shot in the sky, can't do it. Dropping it back on in. The re-challenge for ultimate high ground. Shots in the outside. Symphony down to 19 HP. He's gonna have to branch out, defend up, and watch the storm. 2 ticks of the storm is gonna spell the end for him. Chance from the ultimate high ground. He's got it all by himself now. 4 GG in the mid ground. Hornet, Wipo goes down. Hornet, Dave on in the ultimate low. 4 players left, and they're all on your screen on the left side. Symphony, no builds remaining. Has the 10 bandages, won't have a chance to tick them. Here we go, 9 HP. You had to take
no
one
build.
tick. Oh! Trying to find it. Hornet, 1v1. Hornet, Dave on the outside. A build off the last second, 52 builds remaining. Can't quite see how much his opponent has. 1 minute, and excellent timing in the pop there, but this wall is gonna peel him off.
You gotta go for the fight. You have to go for the fight. It's gonna be over.
Push it forward. No, he made it back in. He actually didn't even make it back in. Hornet ticked out before it even became relevant. Solid victory royale. The last second there. What a tough spot, that plateau.
Yeah.
A flat-facing wall on the plateau. Basically said, you guys got to fight it out, or you got to build real quick. Crank those 90s. Get back in the safe zone. But it didn't matter in the end. HP ended up being the deciding factor.
That's right. A great game over there on NA East. And Symphony, you know, he did place third in that game. It came down to having no materials, but he was playing out of his mind there, going on that spree. Just the way he was navigating the builds there was just incredible. Mad props to him. But like you said, man, next game, more Fortnite action on deck.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Brooks got his back.
There you go.
Cosmic here. Shots through. Finds Mojo inside the box.
Completely, okay. Remember this in your head. Have you ever seen people, they instead of Mojo, they do O-J-O-M, and it's an elephant? Did you ever?
No, that sounds adorable, though.
Right? Every time I see Mojo, I think of that elephant.
Elephant?
Yeah.
Why is that so? Please pull that up on your phone. That sounds adorable.
I'm going to just type it out.
Elephant for my name.
Hashtag Fortnite World Cup, all right?
Figure out how to make a kitty cat.
O-J-O-M. Just send that to us. See, it's like a little elephant. You got the two eyes, the little trunk, and the little body.
I love the internet.
There you go. The more you know.
21 players left. Cosmic building up, trying to take that open high ground. Not inside the safe zone yet. Seeing the minimap, that little white arrow spinning around. That is Cosmic right now. Accidentally shoots his own ramp. A little bit of a misclick. No big deal.
No big deal.
Has the launch pad, has 2 shadow bombs, so rotation is possible. On top of that, in case something does drop out from underneath, has the redeploy as well. See here if that's something that comes into play. Shots on players rotating. This is exactly what he was waiting for. A lot of whiffs, but no big deal. Again, look at the amount of ammo too. 988 small rounds. Put a minigun in Cosmic's hands, he's still going to be able to hold the trigger down the entire game, assuming that it didn't overheat.
Right.
That's right there. You saw a window edit in the center of your screen for just a second. You got to be careful with those.
Ooh, someone popped the supply drop. It's going to drop down.
Put a rocket in the supply drop. Oh, by the way, Caden in the feed taking Dubs out. Big elimination there.
That's got to do wonders for your confidence. To be able to shut down someone like Dubs, you're like, oh man, I feel like I can make more happen in this game. Man, Cosmic's way up here though. He is way up here. He's got the glider deploy, so he's completely fine, but yeah, he's up there for sure. Top 15 is the next threshold.
It's surprising me. No one's
even contesting it. No one.
Oh, there we go, right there. A couple shots back out in the storm wasn't enough to break it down just yet. He's seeing that. Cosmic deciding to continue to apply pressure. Can't quite pull it off. Again, no big deal. Has the redeploy. Going to fly on past. Some shots come out from players on the move. Oh my gosh!
Truly
I thought
punishing.
He was fine. Just kidding. Cosmic beamed out of midair.
That is so rough. Don't forget the glider redeploy has a slower glide time.
It does.
So it makes you way more vulnerable in the sky. You want to wait until right before you hit down on the ground and then deploy it.
Honestly, not even that. I think the play there was shadow bomb the way down, prevent fall damage, and just rotate through. Instead, he went for the redeploy. Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20.
I was literally going to say that.
In the moment, that was the choice that he made. It ended up being not the right one, which is too bad. Back to the lobby. And actually no more Q there. Q times are done, don't forget that.
Right.
Shots, Zizzle goes down.
Yeah,
it finds one.
It's always easier for us to be like a little more critical because again, like we just have all of the information here in front of us.
Plus, we're the ultimate gamers, so
I mean, I am not. You are for sure.
Everyone
not me.
knows that.
Everyone does know that. But yeah, sometimes we tend to be a little bit more critical, but you know, we mean it with, of course, the most love because we love Fortnite as much as the player.
Let me say this too. Anybody that listens in on commentary, if you hear us talk about your gameplay and we say something that may be perceived as negative, let me tell you with 100% without a doubt, you are better than me. Don't worry. That being said, I can see things that you can't right now, and because of that and my ability to commentate the game, I have the opportunity to say things about your mistakes. Sorry. Don't worry. I hear it from a lot of people every time I mess up in stream. It's all good. 14 players left. Trick FN pushing forward. I did see the man, the myth, the legend, Yogurt Fart in this game as well, so you got to keep your eyes out for that. Big set of plays potential.
The names. Here we go.
Yep, Yogurt Fart actually.
There he goes. Finds an elimination over on Tasky, and we've been in top 15, right? So now we have another round of placement points. This is where going from top 15 to top 5.
Ooh.
That error margin, much bigger. Benji going to pick up here by Trick. A second one over on Face Maxi. Wow, let's go, Trick.
Set of eliminations there. Trick has a chance to keep this going a little bit longer if he wants to. Opts not to, but he is positioned against that mountain edge. Quick window edit and shots before that player can use the launch pad and try and get the heck out of there. Trick moving forward, going to box in and start the rotation. Still not in the safe zone. and shield from that. Some materials, Trick down to 8.
Man.
And that's that. Fall damage. You see that? Shiga just jumped right on in.
He probably ran out of builds. Listen,
you know, at the end of the day, slid down the edge of the mountain.
That's what probably would have been the better play there. But at the end of the day, he lands the ultimate trick shot. Back over to Sundown in the studio. Sundown, what you got for us, friend?
What I don't have is bad jokes like that because he didn't even fire a shot. So well done from Trick there to ride that one out. Good victory royale. I'm here with Monster D. We're going to take a look at some of the gameplay that happened in that last block real quick. Let me hop on up here and let's break these plays down.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here, and the player to look out for, E11 Gracia. These E11 boys have been on a rampage, and we just want to highlight how much of a rampage these guys have been just going on. Gracia in specific here, you'll see a nice string of elims kind of coming out of him, using shadow bombs, just keeping it super technique and super textbook. And I just want to talk about his mentality because I follow him on social media. He is the type of player that wants to improve week after week, and that's what we've seen from his early placements around the 60th, and we've seen as high as 14th with this duo Daxer. So they are just out of contention. Anyone in that upper top 20th kind of bracket as either a solo or a duo team have what it takes to kind of seal the deal here in these final moments. And this is just a solo competition. Take a look here. But remember, he's going to be another player to look out for next week as well. So keep your eyes on them as, again, just wrapping things up. You saw just a little bit of Trick in the previous game. He wrapped up the likes of him. And look at this. 50 points, right? Trick was in about 55. This win right here puts him back up. That's a 4-point swing. And that puts him at about 54 last we saw. So Graska's in a running. Now another look. Kez, same thing, same situation, same deal here. GA Kez putting on a show here, showing that the combat follow-up just swift. No time for hesitation. The reaction speeds are clean. The mechanical skill is here. So not just European players showing up here, Sundown. It's NA as well. NA East here making a big run throughout the evening here. And just super clean.
Super clean from Kez, indeed. Not just Europe who has put on a show. Every single one of our regions so far have been absurdly close. Like, we quite literally haven't seen a week like this so far. We are going to get back into the very final matches. NA East is so absurdly close. I cannot wait to see who takes away one of those last 6 spots. But we're going to go right on over back to Lupo and Zeke.
Thank you, Sundown. I appreciate you. And I do appreciate every region. Europe, NA East, NA West, Oceania, Asia, Brazil. Y'all some gamers. Keep that up. Don't change. All right? A lot of people working like crazy to try and qualify for the Fortnite World Cup in New York City. Like, the amount of dedication from everybody on the production team to go into this, I hope that we have all done what they would consider an excellent job thus far, because this has just been a blast, and I hope we're putting on we're representing the players that we have a chance to commentate over accurately. I hope they all feel the same way about what we've done thus far. 8 spades here on your screen. Top middle there. Ape taking a chance to just pop a little bit of a mini. Got a metal tunnel underneath with another player down below. A quick stink toss. Pressure being applied. These fly-ins there. Symphony top of your screen, but Baldy, player we've seen a number of times. The flint knock in hand.
Ooh. All right.
Epic AR and a rare combat shotgun.
This is the loadout you want.
Oh, yeah. Players utilize the, we'll say the pew-pew mechanic of the turret. Right
sure.
there, shots. Hideout goes down, big pickup, first elimination for Baldy, 49 points. But yeah, the loadout is excellent right now. It kind of covers everything that he's going to need in any given moment right now. Poach from Liquid, smack to the bottom of your screen. A lot of players that have been in the top 10 multiple times popping up right now. Air cool, spades all the way at the ultimate high ground, 38 players remaining. And climb our way all the way back to the top. The launch pad out. Good rotation right now. The later you get into a game, the less value a launch pad has, because unless you're going to ramp up above and use it with the horizontal trajectory, which, don't get me wrong, is very, very good. But if you're trying to go for verticality, which, by the way, a player lands in the same box, a quick trap, it's not going to go down, but Zlem still pays the price for trying to challenge Spades for ultimate high ground. Might not be the last one either. Oh my gosh, the number of players flying around above is insane. Spades, can he follow through? Can indeed. K-Dude goes down his own launch pad again. Sorry, that got ridiculous. But the late game launch pads, they lose value because the more time you spend in the air, the more opportunities other players have to take shots at you as the storm starts to close. Spades sharing the wall with another player, gotta be careful. Gotta box up and keep on rolling.
You could be cheeky with the launch pads too, utilizing that ramp to just give you like that forward momentum instead.
All right, I propose a challenge to anybody out there.
Ooh.
You set up a launch pad with the angle that shoots an opponent player into a box filled with your own traps. I will PayPal you $50 because that would be ridiculous.
There you
Imagine just whoosh, right in.
Like they go flying, they hold forward, and they're like, wait, that's a box.
Speed's
Oh,
last
no.
second.
That was
Barely made it in. 3 HP. He's got to stay just ahead of the storm.
anyone could just breathe in his direction.
This is one of those moments where you're thinking,
okay.
I need to find a spot that
Or
I
a
can
siphon.
sit and watch for an elim. This might be the one. The campfire is what gives it away right now. Spades deciding to push forward, rotate around to the bottom. A shot behind the corner edit. Not enough. And 8 finds him down underneath. Big attempt from Spades. 3 seconds to squeak it in. 50 points right now for Spades. We're the top 25 now. Hornet all the way in the ultimate high ground, it looks like. Took it with a baller, which you don't see too often. Kind of a risky play unless you have something like a shadow bomb, which Hornet does have. Drop it down, stand inside the safe zone. Takes a lot of ticks at the storm, and that's the time for a slurp.
Yeah.
Big value slurp.
Big value, sir. But don't forget, it does take quite a while. It's 1 HP a second. He's got a long time before he's back in fighting condition. Someone does go for the high ground challenge.
You have a player up above, and you still have one falling in, which you can hear that.
Yeah. I think that's what the player. So this player above Hornet knows that Hornet's down below, but like you said, he heard the glider redeploy. It's a very distinct sound. So he's probably just trying to keep himself safe. Hornet's trying to get aggressive here. He wants this elimination. Okay.
Big play.
All right.
Smart play there.
That's good.
At that point, he was getting shot at from above. He was potentially challenging a player that he was not going to be able to beat. Player behind gets caught in their own edit, goes for the pyramid play and can't get Hornet. Instead, Gal pays the price themselves. Get up that first elimination. 14 players left from the top 15 now for that second placement.
Oh, God.
Inside a box. Finds a player inside. CWV goes down. One more push rotation on the outside. Poach in your feed eliminated as well.
Oh, there's
Inside.
players all around Lupo.
Right underneath another player. They're holding it down. Trying to reset the ramp underneath. Can't get it 3 times. Gonna have to melee their way through.
Oh.
Very tense situation here. Smacked in your feed. Picking up an elim. We're down to the top 9. Hornet on 36.
Oh, my
86
God.
HP. 3 elims now for Hornet. A big reactive shot there to stay in this game. A chance for minis. Has 2 ARs. Not a big deal there, but the combat shotgun going to come in big late game. Looking for headshots. Looking for angles from underneath. Hornet pushing forward. 66 builds left. Severe. The ultimate high ground. Players sandwiched in the middle. You hate to see somebody go down and not make it to the top 5, but here it is as the last set of placement points go out for everybody left alive. Severe, Shadow, Mick Cool, Midas, and Hornet, the ultimate low ground. Trying to pop a med kit there. Going to be able to get it off. Going to have to push through this wall.
But
stay inside. Last second. That might be enough. Coming in from underneath, you see Shadow in the ultimate high ground, popping those minis. There's a natural campfire. He could hit it real quick. He doesn't.
Okay.
No chance.
Knowing how to like get players to do what you want them to do.
Hornet's heads up flick while rotating in the last second to stay alive.
Yes.
Was huge.
Against Smacked,
And
that was insane. Literally jumped over his head,
Boom.
180 flicked him.
Made his way the rest of the way in. Well played there.
And you got to think too, that's going to affect Smack's potential
Exactly.
leaderboard setup,
Exactly.
right? Maybe that shuts him down, and maybe that could have been his last game. We don't know how that's going to affect the standings until we take a look later on. Don't forget, there's only the 6 spots here.
Listen, at least Golden
That was
Boy's
insane.
At least Golden Boy is not here to call him smoke, is all I'm saying. JDW in your feed, picking off a Complexity's Macwood. 46 players now. That's a very early elimination for the player from Complexity. Sentinel's Animals, 0 eliminations, 63 builds. Some minis, some shadow. We're starting to see a trend. Let me just put this out there, and you let me know if you agree or not.
All right.
Consistency across the board for loadouts is typically combat shotgun, an AR of some sort,
right?
1 or 2 mobility items, and a heal. And
yes.
if it's not 2 mobility items, it's only 1. I would say potentially 2 heals, and then the last utility slot, if it's not 2 heals, you could say is a heavy sniper or flintlock.
Yes. So typically we're
every
seeing
single loadout.
Pretty much exactly that. So it's either going to be 2, like let's say it's like a rift, some kind of mobility, 2 heals. Sometimes we see people, even if they're lucky to find them along the game, we've seen people with like 6 half shields, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 whole slots dedicated to 3 half shields apiece. And then you're like, oh, this guy just wants to fight the whole time.
I want to make a point, too, so that it's not misconstrued what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that everyone runs the exact same thing all the time because it's the only thing to run. I'm saying people are running the same consistent builds because consistency is huge in a BR game. And if you have a loadout that is consistently showing top performance, players are going to favor it. That's something to take note of if you're trying to step your own game up. Maybe you're not going to make it to this World Cup, but I guarantee you there's going to be events from Epic for Fortnite in the future. This ain't the end, believe me. And so learning those kind of setups and watching how the meta changes as the game evolves. I mean, we're getting updates that change things weekly. So you have players every single time that they're, and this has been, at this point, y'all, if you have not accepted that is Fortnite, you need to just accept that that's Fortnite. Now, let's all finally settle and say, yes, it is a game that includes an evolution of meta constantly, which means the players are constantly being pushed to try and figure out how to play the next setup the best. And that's good. You want that because I'm gonna be very honest with you. From a spectator side, I feel like potentially a level of staleness would happen if you're like, all right, we're back to a pump shotgun and an SMG to swap to. Pump shotgun, SMG to swap to. I feel like the combat shotgun has created more opportunities for back-to-back-to-back eliminations. You see Fiber going down there to Animal. It's just a situation where the game is trying to evolve in a way that makes it more representative of higher skill players and less representative of this guy is really good at the one thing all the time. You want to see people that can do it all.
Right.
You want the jack of all trades players to shine because they're the ones that have really put in a crazy amount of effort. They have skill, the knowledge to pick up everything about the game that they can as it changes. Sorry, I'm so long-winded about this. I'm very passionate about competitive Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's become such a big piece of what I do and what you do, especially you. I mean, you've been around for a long time.
Just about the beginning. Just about.
Exactly. And so it's like, it's just one of those things I want to see the game evolve and grow in a healthy way. And I know there's some people that are not happy with how the game is now, but you have to at least admit, those people have to at least admit that they're happy with the way that, I mean, an esport has continued to evolve. It has. It's undeniable.
Yeah, sure. And maybe just like expand upon that just a little bit more. Fortnite is an ever-evolving game. And it is a battle royale, and there is some kind of randomness involved in that, right? Like you land in a POI, and there's some form of random.
Well, you can harness that.
Correct, and it's why these players excel is because they can minimize that randomness factor, right? That, like you said, their consistency. What can they do to minimize that randomness and give them an edge, which then propels them forward and continues moving forward? Unknown, great example. He knows what he does best. His rifling skills, his combat skills, his long-range shots. He's in a great position to do this, right? He didn't just land on this loadout. He worked for this loadout. He said, where do I need to go? When do I need to fight? Do I need to fight now?
To get it?
Exactly. There's so much. Like, on the surface, Fortnite may seem like, I guess, borderline one-dimensional, kind of, but there's actually so much depth to the game.
I wouldn't even say on the surface it seems that way. You've got building and shooting and Strategic positioning.
Yeah,
there's a lot to it.
Elevation, game changes, what you land with, you know, how you're feeling on the day, what your skills are like, where, you know, where you've spent your time. Have you done your shooting practice? Have you gone into playgrounds before then to practice up your building skills? There's so much. This is why I love Fortnite, dude. You're gonna make me nerd out, and we're gonna have long conversations about this.
This has been Deep Thoughts with Lupo and Zeke. Meanwhile, top 5 situation. My apologies for all that. Unknown from KNG with 6 eliminations. 19 builds. That Rift may or may not come into use here. It'll be tough to know just yet. TJ, the ultimate low ground. We're already in the top 3. The swap there, Baltic, Dylan, Glow Navy going down outside in the storm. Unknown dropping in and challenging Jayfree, but he actually gets dropped all the way to the bottom. Stuck top to bottom of TJ.
Oh my!
Box, the traps.
Oh my gosh, he completely shuts down Jayfree. But look at the health difference. If he's not careful, dude, and they spend time in the storm, Jayfree has health advantage. He's got to be really careful how he approaches this.
The slurp, though, Unknown could potentially pop it. Should here momentarily, I almost anticipate. Here we go.
Do you think he just waits for him to drop down and try and riffs him and hopes that the slurp is enough to tick him over?
We'll see. Moving with the storm, Jayfree in the ultimate high.
He's still ticking
13. Up. No builds for Unknown. He's going to have to... Yep, here we go. The shots. Combat shot coming from underneath. Can't quite connect.
20.
Does not tick out to the storm. Instead, finds a shot on Jayfree. The celebratory rift to go into the sky. Unknown, well played. No builds left. No problem.
Bro, that was absolutely insane. Sundown, monster deface. Was that not just the craziest end to that game?
That ending was absolutely absurd. Nice celebratory rift there from the controller lord KNG. Unknown. Well done to get the victory royale there. But not only was it a fantastic finish to that match, that is it from NA East. It's done. All the matches are played. The standings are final. Monster and I are going to break them down.
Dude, are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? OMG, boys. So first off, Clicks qualified. Right?
Top 3 spots again. We've talked about the sharing before. Clicks, Clarity, and then KNG's Unknown in the last one will take those top 3 spots. But 6 spots are still up for grabs, and you'll see the next 6 fill them out. So congratulations, Cosmic, Tuzi, Legidian, Aspect, Hornet, and Creo. I'm telling you, that had to be the most nerve-wracking final hour for Aspect. We saw him finish on 60 points. He was in 2nd place. These last 4 right here, from Aspect to Fernando, were all at 60 points. Aspect had the 2 victory royales that pushed him up into 7th. Hornet had 1 that pushed him up into 8th. Creo had 0. Fernando had 0. The difference, average eliminations, average points, all of them average placement. Creo owned all the tiebreakers. He had all of them afterward, was slightly ahead, 3.8 to 2.8, 18 to 3.6, and the average point 7.5 to 6.0. Talk about every interaction mattering. Well, all the tiny little ones and the differences add up. Congratulations to all 6 of you, the final ones, joining us at the Fortnite World Cup final from NA East. But now I think it's time to punch tickets.
Absolutely is, and there it is. That's 1.
Cosmic up there on the board in
That's
first.
2.
Tuzi in second. Go ahead, Monster. You can grab that one.
I'll get this guy too right here, man. Legidian, you made it.
Aspect as well. That must have been. Oh wait, it's Lupo. We've been over this before.
You sure you want to? Are you feel? Okay. This guy, man.
He tried his best. It's all right. They talk about his snipes, but not about his ability to punch tickets. Creo in the last spot. Lazarus will have a member at the Fortnite World Cup final. Again, congratulations. But you can see out of the 19 spots up here, only 17 have been filled. We have 2 more for you coming out of NA West. But for now, we're going to go on a quick, well, not so quick. We're going to go on a 30-minute break in between the regions. Go walk your dog, get some water, get a nice little meal in you, because when we come back, the rest of the NA West matches in the final 2 spots will be punched for the solos competition to the Fortnite World Cup final. We'll be right back.
Por cierto, gente, en 20 minutillos empieza la nueva tienda. Lo pondré, ¿eh? Face mega puto amo, ¿eh? O sea, es un killer este tío. Pues te cuento, en 19 minutos empieza la final. O sea, empieza la final, empieza la siguiente fase y no sé lo que durará. Hombre, es un resumen, ¿eh? Así que imagino que durará poquillo. 20 minutos o así. No lo sé. ¿Te quedarás por aquí? Este tío es digno de que le veamos, ¿eh? O sea, es un bestia. Mira, lleva 6 kills y es que el tío va en busca de gente. O sea, es increíble. ¿No ves? Bueno, acaba de matarle con el cañón. Increíble. O sea, ese tío, increíble. Está a otro nivel. Madre mía. Disculpa, Araceli, que no te leí ahora. Pues de este directo, nada, poquito, ¿eh? Llevaré 40 minutos o así, no lo sé. O quizá algo más. Este tío 12 kills. Genio, ¿eh? Es un genio. Mira, lo que me flipa ahora es esto. Cómo usan los cubos. Cómo avanzan, cómo editan, cómo construyen, como todo. Y aprovechan el mínimo de tormenta, ¿eh? Y al oro que lleva 6 granadas de fantasma. Y es que sigue yendo a por gente. Es increíble. 14 kills. Y todavía le parecerán pocas. Qué manera de editar, tío. Yo creo que sí, que... Buah. 15 kills, tío. 16. Venga. Yo creo que si han puesto este vídeo es porque la gana. Sobrado. Es increíble, tío. Mira, 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 mira. Mira, mira qué manera de asegurar. Increíble. Y en vez de ponerse suelo... Bueno, ponen suelo y pirámide. Vale, vale. Un genio este tío, ¿eh? Va, gente, quedan 8 minutitos para que empiece. 8 minutitos. Los que utiliza las... Mira, 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 se va a encerrar con él. Oh, no le ha salido. Tío, este quiere matar a uno para curarse, ¿eh? Mira, mira, está esperando a que avance. Le edita el suelo y se cae. La pirámide. Increíble, tío. Qué manera de construir. Es una locura este tío, ¿eh? Ya se ha convertido en fantasma otra vez el otro. ¿De rebote? Es que si mata a alguien de rebote es para, vamos, para poner su nombre a una calle. La mata con trampa, dime que... ¡No! Fantasma, fantasma, fantasma. Increíble, tío. 18 kills. Ese tío es demasiado. ¿Y qué narices tiene, tío? 19 kills. Vámonos. 20 kills el tío. Qué bestia. Qué jodido bestia, tío. Qué jodido bestia. 20 kills. Brutal.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? We're here for week number 8. And you know it's time to go get with the CACER, so let's...
So much for your intro, Zeke.
No! It's time for week 8!
I'm Golden Boy, one of your hosts, and we're going to jump right in.
I am so excited to be casting these games today. We are back.
All right, so we're getting ready. It's been a really great day so far. So a lot to get through. We want to talk to...
Vale, gente, 3 minutos y enseñamos la nueva tienda.
Okay, all right.
I found a slipstream.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Squints.
Yeah?
So you're the in-game producer.
Yep.
But is there more we need to know about in-game observing?
I believe so, and you should go talk to Andy about that, Zeke.
Hey, what's up guys? My name's Andy. I'm the in-game director for the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers. So whenever we get into game, I take over from Joe, our broadcast director, and start cutting between all of our observers. I work with a team of 2 observers as well as a game producer, Squints, and the observer director in order to try and cut the best show possible. So basically all of our observers are getting the best content during these games, and I'm sort of the one who's deciding which one goes live on air. None of this is possible by myself, so I got a lot of help from my game producer as well as my observer director.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Rose. I am the observer director, so I work with every observer individually, make sure they get the greatest shots, the greatest stories, so that when we go to Andy and he goes and cuts the show, he makes sure that you guys are seeing the best quality content that you can.
Check out the next block of NA West. Let's see what we have in store.
Aiden had some great plays. If he is able to carry the momentum over into this one.
Are you guys curious to see how audio works for the broadcast? Let's go meet up with John.
Hi, I'm John. I'm the audio mixer, or A1, on Fortnite. Welcome, Fortnite fam, to the audio booth. This is the audio board. All the audio that you hear goes through my hands. This is all of our wireless microphones for all of our talent. And then right here are all of our in-ear monitors, or IFTs, so that I can talk to talent. Like, usually it's something like, hey, Zeke, turn on your mic. And then they turn on their mics. I think Zeke should have heard that right now. Did you hear that?
No,
Nice. Also, I have a window.
All done, yay!
Day one's done.
Vale, voy a ver la nueva tienda. 23 segundos, 22, 21. Venga. 18 segundos y vuelvo a poner el directo, ¿vale? Nueva tienda. En 3, 2, 1. Nueva tienda actualizada. Oh. Se sale este, ¿eh? Mira, con 500 suscriptores sí se podría sortear algo así. Qué guapo, tío. Menú de siempre. Y nada, nada nuevo por ningún lado. Aeronave y el pico. Esta mochila se sale, tío. Pero lo mismo, demasiado caro. Y este es mío. Yo esto me lo voy a poner. Ok, pues volvemos al directo. Pum, 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 pum. Para adentro. Ahí estamos. Va, venga, 2 minutitos y empieza.
We've seen 8 weeks of amazing Fortnite Battle Royale action. Players from all around the globe have battled it out, and some have been able to already book their ticket to New York City to compete in the Fortnite World Cup final in front of thousands of live fans. $8 million has already been given away, and now we're coming down to the wire. Week 9 is the final opportunity for competitors to try and qualify for the solos competition. Who will join the likes of Dubs, Stompy, Tfue, and X2 Jordan on the stage in New York City? Who will be able to clutch up in their final moments, in their last fights, to earn one of the final 19 spots? And with the last 2 weeks on the horizon, we are increasing the weekly prize pool to $2 million. So, get on the battle bus and drop in. This is your last chance to name yourself among the best of the best and to build your way to a spot at the Fortnite World Cup final. What are you waiting for? The battle is building and you don't want to miss out.
Comienza Araceli. Comienza.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite
Se viene.
World Cup Online Open Qualifiers Week 9. The solos action continues. NA East is done. NA West soon to begin. My name is Jack Courage Dunlop, and I'm here to provide you with all
Ahí
the
está
entertainment.
Courage.
Just before we get to our casters for these games, as NA West is now underway. The final region, the last spots will be decided. Only 2 positions left up for grabs, and I cannot wait to see how it all plays on out. First, though, we've been live throughout the day with matches across all the different regions, and here's a look at our schedule. Obviously, Oceania, Asia, Europe, Brazil, NA East. They've all concluded. They are all done. Now underway is NA West, as you see that start time of 7 p.m. Eastern. Now on the board. As you know, top 25 here in the format earns you 3 points. Top 15 earns you 5 points. Top 5 earns you 7 points. a victory royale, 10 points. And Dr. Lupo, every single elimination you get is
se viene.
point. As we head into Brising, you see exactly
2 millones de dólares, chaval.
this week.
Buah.
$2 million.
Vaya premio. Vaya premio.
Yes, it is. And I would like $2 million.
Epa, que esta se me va. Tío. Bastante fallos, está dando. Mientras te ponen este minijuego para jugar. Que no quiere jugar nadie, porque esto empieza. Ahora mismo. Ahí estamos. Semana 9.
Of the, what is it, 98 positions, 2 remain. Who will get them in the end? As you know, the top 3,000 compete here today. We've been using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup as we do every weekend to see your guys' thoughts in the day. Some pretty wacky questions for you guys up to this point. Not sure exactly what to expect from this, but here we go. I'm really enjoying the Fortnite World Cup. Can't wait to see who comes out first today. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate that. I genuinely think at Zekimus Prime is such a good caster.
Y a Ninja lo han eliminado ya en la fase previa,
Kato, Fortnite World Cup. Yes. Love all that stuff and beautiful artwork right there. Here's my Bright Bomber unfinished artwork. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. I'm looking for Sundown's Twitter. Is that even his name? By the way, he's the best. Also paid actor. But Sundown's Twitter is at Courage.
Que mi moneda serían 4 millones de pesos. Pues imagínate. Imagínate, tío. Lo que podrías hacer. Madre mía. Vivir varias vidas, Si es un crío, tío. Míralo. Es un chavalete. Madre mía.
With Animal, who's my teammate, and then Kearney, who's another competitive player in Philadelphia right now. We're all set up and
está jugando desde su cocina, tío. Increíble.
I can roll over to it. It's pretty nice.
This is 200 IQ right here. Now this is
actually going to change his setup better to mirror this.
This is how you keep yourself composed. Now, Aspect, you're someone that we've seen competing in Fortnite for so long. You broke it on through. You've made it happen. What was the preparation like for this week?
We got here last week before the duo started, and the 3 of us have just been
Tío, este mira desde dónde está jugando, En cuanto gane dinero del torneo, ya veréis cómo cambia su chalet y su mansión y su todo. Sus micros y su todo, ya verás. Qué locura, tío. Qué locura.
I won my fight off spawns when they really needed to, and I just had really good internet connection, and that helped a lot. Like, I was just able to take people's walls. Like, a lot of things that really needed to go right went right.
That seems to be
in the games that needed to.
Exactly. It seems to be a lot of people's answers. The things you need to go right do go right. You can't complain with that one too much. Now, when you found out you made it, who'd you tell first? What was your reaction?
All of my bros in my bro cord. I was in a channel of like at least 10 of them, just screaming. And then I called my mom and my dad, my grandparents, and obviously the people that
que se lo contó a todo el mundo.
They found out too. I'm sure it was the screaming that gave it away.
Normal.
That's too awesome. Now, Aspect moving forward, we've obviously got, the Pro-Am coming up that I think a lot of people are excited to watch. We've got the duos, but then New York City, the World Finals event. Have you ever been to New York City? How excited are you?
I was in New York when I was like 7. I'm really excited to go. Really excited. I'm going. My sisters and my dad's gonna
y a todo esto, en Nueva York, cuando se haga el torneo de los 3 millones de dólares, van a ir 3 personas por el mapa del Rubius, del creativo. Y una de ellos, el número 1, el que hizo menor tiempo en 2:00.888, es Mr. Queroro, un español. Que solo por haber quedado primero, $5.000 se lleva. Así que a ver en Nueva York qué hacen.
I will say I only qualified it because I used code send-aspect in the item shop.
Mira qué cascos,
my
tío.
Twitter is aspectfn_ on Twitter. Make sure you follow that. I need followers. I need the impressions, please. My Twitter is aspectfn. My Twitch is
Haciendo publi de lo suyo.
aspectfn. You should follow that too because I am an alpha male, and yeah, that's all I need to shout out.
Love that aspect. Congrats again, brother.
Pues no lo sé.
No
No lo sé, imagino que sí, no lo sé.
And good luck, have fun in the final couple weeks. Folks, that is aspect there. Absolutely great to see. Awesome, dude. As now we take a look, our next thing we're going to go through before we get to our games, where we currently stack
Nos vamos a la partidita.
The last region, Jack. All of it's on the line, and at the top they're already qualified.
Okay, Peak is always
but holding first place, Jack. You can't deny it. You can't push him out of the spotlight. World Best Gaming Pika, all the way up here, 31
Pika,
points.
de 2 partidas que jugó, 2 victorias. Qué bestia. Qué bestia, tío.
A number of times, yes. Right? And Harrian's actually was who got first, I believe, yesterday in the NA West qualifiers, or was up there throughout the day. So stacked standings as you'd expect, but our games are ready, Lupo. We're ready to get into the action. NA West, we're not the casters, begins right now,
Pika.
folks. Let's welcome in our casters, Zeke and Sundown. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you so much, Courage. It's crazy
Comienza
that
lo bueno.
we decided to put the taco shop that close to Courage. Something could have gone terribly wrong. I'm Zeke. This amazing man next to me is Sundown. We are getting ready, guys. The final opportunity for a lot of these players to qualify here in NA West.
The last chance, 2 more qualification spots up for grabs. You're going to need
Este tío ve a pelos, ¿no? De Ragnar.
But the matches are ready, so
Madre mía.
let's get right on it. Enough of us. You want to see the Fortnite action. We want to see the Fortnite action. And again, if you're playing on Sunday, we have the opportunity to hop into your game. So, if you see any of your friends out there, or they do anything cool, let them know. Catch that clip, drop it to them on the social medias,
Mira qué locura.
might say, and then get into the games. You can also watch live in client. There's a nice little bar right there. You can see just over an hour and 45, so nearing the halfway mark as Sol 9 just blows up retake impact with a nice little gatekeeping angle there.
Vale, tienen 2 horas para completar todas las partidas. ¿Qué pasa? Que en 2 horas, pues... Imagino que harán resumen, ¿eh?
Expect to see, as we hop into these games, these lobbies with potentially over 50 people, right? Especially over here on West. This is it. Last chance to try and rack up points and secure one of the 2 qualifying spots on the line for West. So now it's all about what can I do? What can I do to get as many points? So how far can I get in placement? Can I get top 25? Once I get there, what's the next step? Top 15? Can I pick up lives along the way? Every single thing, every decision these players make is going to affect the standings. The leaderboards will shift, and it will dictate ultimately who will be going and punching their ticket to the finals in New York City. You know, it's stressful. It's stressful.
I mean, it's stressful for me, indeed. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I talk about this being sweaty, I've applied deodorant 3 times so far today.
El globo.
Like, it's been absurdly hype. Yelling at the number of plays, the flint knocks that have been broken out, just nuts all over the place. Inspired by with a good drum gun spray over there. Antidote also getting taken down. But the action today has been so absurdly close and intense from top to bottom. Everyone has elevated their game across every region, and the question that we want answered is who will have those last.
En este vídeo va a ser el mundial no es hoy, la final. La final no es hoy. Este vídeo es los que se clasifican para el mundial. Que quedan 2 clasificados todavía por saber quiénes van. Y se saca ahora de esta partida. Al final del mundial se hace en Nueva York. Y te digo ahora, mira, voy a buscarlo desde el móvil.
Brilliantly done from Aspect, one of the original young lords, but now a veteran on the scene. Again, congratulations. But as I said, East is in the books, and we're on to the best of the West in here with Zaytan as he pushes into the box and picks up PTO, Quake, getting close to that first placement threshold of top 25 for 3 points. You see Zaitan has one heck of a loadout on him.
The single shadow bomb, a slurp juice, that combat shot.
Vale, vale.
The tactical AR with almost 500 rounds. Zaitan is ready. He's looking to take engagements, especially with the slurp, right? Even if he does get chipped into his HP, he can use that slurp to top himself off. We just hit top 25. This is huge. Those first 3 points coming in is going to make a difference. Now, don't forget, every elim is a point. So right now, Zaitan is looking at 5 points if he was eliminated right here. Now, of course, he wants more. He's still hungry. He's looking for that victory royale. You see players trying to rotate here with the backs to the storm.
Del 26 al 28 de julio, todavía nos queda un mes. Madre mía.
Hello, welcome to the world, Twinkies.
Claro, este mes tienen para ir entrenando. En solo y en dúo.
He metroed himself. He's stuck in there. Cannot move. This is what kept Metro from qualifying in week 7.
Te va a pillar por la espalda.
Push himself back out, and he is. He's good. Out, no problem.
Madre mía. Qué locura.
Picks up Zucchini. Spelled all the way out. Appreciate that. Making our lives easy there. As Zaitan now 4 elims, top 15. 9-point game so far. Inspired Ride picks up Muddy as Me, and we get closer to the top 10. Player just on the outside of the box.
Tío, se juegan el bajarse vida con la tormenta. Es increíble cómo juegan esta gente, tío.
That could have been disastrous, man. That shadow bomb play, but it's okay. Zaitan's recovered. And again, he did hit top 15. 5 total points in placement, 4 in eliminations, looking 9 points in a single game. This is massive. 4 players need to fall, and he makes top 5. This could be another round of placement points. He's going to go try for the edit. It fails, unfortunately, but here we go.
Boom, pa tu casa.
Zedek? I think it's Zedek. Not positive there.
Okay. The X is always confused me.
Ok, quedan 7.
3,
6, 7.
Right now, Zaitan made the smart play.
Zaitan va como sube.
To Billy Goat or Mr. Savage his way up before everyone else.
5 players remaining now, so we're into the last place in threshold. Drizzle goes down. Here's Old Man Mountain. You see Saul desperately trying to.
El árbol les va a estropear. Ahí está. Les va a estorbar el árbol.
Can he find anything? Looks like it's just going to be a straight up 1v1. No, the zone comes back over. Inspired.
¡Hala! Tavern. Vaya suerte.
Straight up 1v1. Zaitan versus Tavern. Tavern on no bells.
No, Zaitan. Ahí está.
We saw him. He was only on the 2 elims.
GG, Zaitan.
Picks up 4, gets the high ground.
6 kills. Comparar eso con lo que hizo antes el de Face. Madre mía.
And I mean, him using that shadow bomb to just make the rotation early.
Face mega, tío, a tope.
You have to do, especially when trying to navigate around a mountain. He immediately said, "Look, I know what's going to happen."
Claro, este es el resumen de las 10 partidas.
I just need to get up there and establish myself. Everyone has to then come to me. I'm going to just sit here and gatekeep, and it works in his favor. Victory all going his way, but of course, more action on deck. Next game, again, we talk about these dense lobbies. 45 people. 20
Ya tienen esas 2 horas, ¿ves?
Eliminated before we hit round of placement points, and this is Storm Circle 5.
Storm Circle 5.
Pero aquí creo que lo están resumiendo bastante.
The blue circle indicates where the current safe zone is. The white circle indicates where the new one is. So all the players who are already inside that next white circle will have priority on shooting. Everyone else who has to rotate in. Psycho is one of those guys who has a gray AR as well as the legendary hand cannon. So decent pressure potential, but not the best in the world. We do see Harrians over there on the side, or Snorre, name spelled backwards. You have Psychic over there in the bottom right, as well as Technique on the lower half of the Psycho. Going to continue to just pour shots into people. Has a pretty good angle and is very well covered, so shouldn't be threatened here. It just kind of wants to wait out until the zone closes. You can see it coming in now.
Dios, dentro, pum. Pa' afuera.
Who got taken down. It looks like he was just a box square above, but that's going to give Psycho
brutal,
a
tío.
ton of mats, shadows, rift to go, baller. What more could you want in terms of rotation? That was a gift from above.
That is so unfortunate. I believe the player was edited down, right? It all happened so fast. There's my cousin, LG Prime there, as a fellow Prime. Harrion's here, or Snorri. He likes to spell his name backwards. That actually got me yesterday. You called it out. You know, I feel like I kind of like this too because it makes sense with a capital H at the end.
Yeah, it's the capital that got me, because like that used to be a very big thing in a couple of the other competitive games that I played before. Is people when they would go to like major LAN events or even just local
Pa' tu casa.
would spell their name backwards, and then Centro gets utterly abused. Not going to put that clip on YouTube as Harrians picks
Qué
that
bestias,
up.
tío.
He has a full little shop down there. I mean, he could just be hanging out. You see the storm surge warning come on through. If you are unfamiliar
Mira qué
with storm
pasillos
surge,
solo
the
para
way
él,
it works, if you have not been dealing damage to opposing players, just been super passive, maybe hanging out in a ball on the low ground or in a 1-by-1 the whole time, you will be punished. Inactivity is not something that will be granted when there's this many players who are left. It's 10 damage per tick as it comes through, and Harrians.
No, la bola, la bola, la bola.
His baller does get eaten by it, but Okami gets taken down. He's gonna be okay with that. Has the rift as well in case he needs to get out of dodge. But there's a player.
Madre, no, 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 se ha encerrado.
Takes him with you, and he's just gonna get back into the center zone. You actually saw he pulled 2 other players with him outside the one. They were just in shadow form.
Very tough spot right now. 45 effective HP. He's gonna have to burn the campfire, but this is gonna tell the entire lobby.
Campfire, sí o sí.
I am in critical condition. Please leave me alone. Let's just play fair here. But look at this. Everyone's scrambling, trying to get themselves to safety. Psychic's already poised himself in a great spot, posted up. Now look up above. We got a bunch of billiards in play.
Ahí está.
Look at this, though.
Cogiendo el high ground. No, demasiado pronto. Demasiado pronto, tío.
All right, he's just saying, look, I'm just going to keep this one by one over. I'm just going to use this as my defensive tool if need be.
Demasiado pronto ha usado el salto,
Gonna send them into the sky. It's okay. Harrian's gonna get a new position now. And there we go. Top 25 just hit Psychic, finds Roman is 14. Picks him up, sends him back to the lobby. I mean, look, Harrian's has a fantastic loadout. The 8 rockets, the minis, the launch pad, the combat shotgun.
No.
He's ready to just take this lobby by storm.
Yeah, he needs to find the space to use it, and that's going to be a play right there. Gets Rubizzle with the direct impact, and then gets SX Beast with the collateral damage, knocking the build down and causing the fall. Can he find the connection? Drops that player
Otra
down.
kill.
Connect for an elim. No, not going through. Must have been some form to save it, but all of a sudden he's up on the high ground looking down on the rest of the lobby. Harrian's up top. Technique right next to him, goes for the take. Harrian's hits the first combat shot, and now we'll look down to the low ground as you see a number of rifts, and the geyser. 2 rifts go up, geyser go up. Everyone's up in the sky. Cue the circus music as we're about to hit top 15. Who will be the player to drop? Psycho trying to take away the
high ground.
Opposite edit down and begins his waterfall. 1-2, plays the floor.
Tío, saben en todo momento dónde está la gente, es increíble. Es increíble. Y le sobra un hueco, tío.
More players are being eliminated. Just look at the spread here. Psycho there needs to get in. He's going to be taken down to the zone. Technique and critical mission. Harrion sending rockets up above. Just messing with.
Tío, se juegan su propia vida. Qué cracks, tío.
This is huge. And look, he's got the 2 slurps, 2
putos fieras.
2 campfires, 3 half shields. You can't
really
use
mira,
half shields. You're not going to be given the 4 seconds. But wishful thinking there. An 80, double 80.
Increíble, tío. Psycho Will.
Headshot spree, Psycho. This is what you need. Especially Sundown right here. One more player needs to go down top.
¿Ves? Se juegan el estar fuera siempre del... Madre mía, madre mía.
Harrian's picking up a nice
Snoiding.
double there. Now you have Psycho in your top right, Harrian's in your bottom right. Psycho on 19 points, Harrian on 22.
Boom.
Psycho
¿Ves?
takes that one away from him, both shooting the same target, but now Psycho looking straight down on Harrian's. He doesn't realize.
No, está con él. Está con él.
Now Harrian's has high ground control, but
Buah.
as Psycho falls down.
Increíble, Snoided. Increíble.
Snoring there. He says, "Wake up, I've been
GG, tío, y tanto.
GG.
Brutal.
Harrian's great victory royale up to 27 points.
Están locos, tío, estos comentaristas.
Semifinals. Can he do it today? That's the question. We're in NA West. The action doesn't stop. The games are going live.
Menos mal que nos resumen esto desde los 46,
Or you can pull up the leaderboards yourself, check out your favorite player, and just get the matches going. Not sure how you'd be able to be in the client hearing me and not know the watch tab was there. Didn't quite think that one through, but now
qué crack, tío. Mira, ya le quito la bomba, la bola.
No rotatos for you as he boxes himself up, has his own baller.
Lo que no sé yo es qué son los 6 cuadraditos que hay a la derecha de sus ítems. ¿Alguien lo sabe? No, ¿verdad? Nada, Bruno, no te has perdido, bueno, partidazas, pero bueno, aquí cualquier partida es buena.
that indicates that there
Es increíble,
is a
tío, cómo
player
editan
or
y todo.
something currently phasing through it that is causing it to not complete building. This means that projectiles and other things will continue to pass through it until it gets built. Both the shots going through there. Well done from Jaylee. Now on board with phases Jarvis, the player who in week
Subscribe for my channel.
just 2 points out of qualification. The controller lord out of the West ended up taking home the Fortnite Friday with Phase Tilt just this past weekend.
Face Jarvis.
Can he add a World Cup qualification spot to his resume? He desperately wants to, sitting right now on 25 points.
Oh, mira, te perdiste una partida.
Again, another dense lobby.
Uf, qué locura, qué locura.
About 45, and it's been thinned out just a little bit here. Now look at this. We have to begin making rotations through Neil tilted. Chef Shaba there going to be picked up by Jarvis, his third elimination. And there's still 39 players left in this lobby that potentially could just be food for Jarvis. Look at this, man. Shoulder to shoulder, one by ones. People separated by a
¿Y tu nombre real cuál es? ¿Tiene algo que ver? ¿José o Bruno? ¿Cuál es tu nombre real?
Don't necessarily always know where you're going to land, but with all of these player-based structures over here, it gets him into the center.
Mira, lo tiene.
Hitting a couple of tags there. You can see the storm surge warning on the right-hand side. 3 more players need to go down. Kicks does get converted over by the storm. Jarvis now opting for the
increíble.
catching himself on top.
Mira, qué timing, tío.
Saw that player, knows he's a tarp above.
Para usar la granada de impulso. Madre mía.
Okay.
Vaya timing, tío.
If you're using build, you expose yourself. Or you could not use a build and hide in a little corner here. This is what makes Neil Tilted so
Bruno,
dangerous.
okay.
We see players just all the way around where
Pues Bruno,
players.
perfecto.
This lobby is going to continue to thin out because everyone is scrambling right now, trying to get themselves to safety. Jarvis, look at him though, still on effective HP.
Buf. Todo metal. Mira cómo se la juega para ir por la espalda,
The beat on the player. He knows where this player is and he's just trying to lock it up.
26 players left, and you also notice
Tío, te quitan de 10 en 10 y todavía se la juegan. Mira. Pum, ya está. 80 de vida, 90 de vida. Son increíbles esta gente, tío. Ok. Tienen que tener el ratón, tío, de un lado a otro. Increíble.
Pickaxe it, send it out in the storm, and then just shoot it out. It's 10 damage that goes off there. If they think they're safe and they're not going to pop out, get the opportunity. However, it is risky. They can pop out and shoot you back. Most of the time, they do want to play passive. We've seen a couple of those go through. It's 900 IQ, but right now, Jarvis is trying to be 900 IQ. Gets pulled up into the
Pues le acaba de fastidiar uno,
from everyone as the dives begin to go out. A number
el
of
high ground lo tienen.
since we're at top 18 players just want to stay in the lobby. Vinny gets
you get high ground. Yes, dive
el high ground. Mira qué locura, mira qué locura. Ya lo tiene. El high ground para él. Ya lo tiene.
¡Oh!
No. Blixifer. No, tío. Blixifer le acaba de joder, Qué rabia. Estar con la bola en este punto es súper peligroso, La bola te manda fuera y te quita de 10 en 10.
in these lobbies before, but Barrow is trying to have a say about it. The duo qualifiers wanting a solo spot desperately, and Arkham trying
Buah,
to get those.
increíble, tío. Abre escopeta verde en mano, pum, y lo mata, tío.
But Arkham gonna keep working down. Has the uncommon attack. Notices the player in that baller right next to him. He does drop out. Can he create the distance? And he does. Deuce is still in as he
No tiene material, no tiene material, no tiene material.
And Localist goes down, so we're closing in on the top 5. You see the trap
No.
on the ceiling. Arkham gets 2 tags and now needs to pick out
faena.
Can't go that way.
Increíble, tío, increíble. O sea, no tiene material.
Navigating this building The technical savvy,
Todo
ability
perfecto.
to remain calm.
Uf,
Arkham,
qué
you are
tensión,
a
tío.
legend, but look up top though. Borrow, look,
Qué tensión,
HP is very
Brody.
low. He's got the RPGs, 3 left. He's gonna start sending these rockets down to this mid-ground tarp. Deuces, Zed, Snipes, they're gonna be all forced
Dios, tío,
down
que...
toward Arkham. But look, we're going up on the side of this mountain. They need to make something happen.
¿Ya ha ganado? No, no,
Okay,
¿qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace?
Arkham here, the lowest HP, the rocket gonna come in for
No. Oh, se la hizo.
Arkham was so good while Borrow had the high ground control. Everyone funneled into Arkham, and he says, "Welcome, I'm the meat grinder
GG,
on
tío.
the bottom. Give me it all. Give me the elims. Give me the victory royale. And you know what? I'm gonna try and get one of those qualification spots. Brilliantly done from Arkham. 1x there, closing it out with the victory royale and staying savvy.
Like and subscribe to my channel, please.
You're playing in the
Thank you.
World Cup Online Open Qualifier Final. There's 2 spots on the line, and you cover yourself the entire time.
Qué heavy, tío.
Just knowing you have the zone, knowing you have the pressure. That is intelligent game sense defined right there from the Week 2 Duo Qualifier. Desperately trying to find a spot as we now.
Lo que sí, yo aguantaré media hora más, yo creo, que son ya las 2:30 de la mañana. Y si fuera la final todavía. Pero sabiendo ya el resultado, creo.
Again, another dense lobby, 49 people. And look where we are. This is the half in, half out circle we talk about all the time. That's circle number 5. Is Isekai Proverbs here trying to find more eliminations. He does have 2, which is pretty significant, especially because we're down to half of the lobby. He's just going to look to play maybe a little slow, trying to isolate this player on the other side of this wall. Wall Eddie comes through, goes the ramp up. Nope, he picks up pavers there and some loot.
Si dejan la cámara de este.
Check your ceiling.
I didn't even see. I was like, he's gonna walk in and get the loot. If that was me, I would be gone. That's it. I would have been eliminated. Actually, I wouldn't even be competing here because this is the finals, top 3,000 of the region. I would not have made it this
Esto
far.
de edición, daros cuenta.
That was very Proverbs. Let's go, man. Great eyesight. It's like a hawk.
I'm not even going to ask you what your arena score is.
Mañana es jueves. Sí, mañana seguramente.
On the far left side, Karsten up top. Cheeks also putting some shots down towards him.
Mañana seguramente directo, tío, sin problema.
Right now, Proverbs is in that firing tunnel, and he says, "Nah, I'm good. Out of there. No, thank you. Want nothing to do with that." Pops the last of his shadow bombs and gets all the way over into the priority side.
Sígueme por Instagram. Espera, te lo pongo aquí por el chat.
Has to rotate past Proverbs. So what are they going to do? They're going to pressure him, saying, "Nah, you don't get to hold that spot for free."
And I mean, look at the health, man. Down to
Cirus_YouTube.
If the lobby decides to turn on Proverbs, he's going to get picked off. He just needs to take a second, bury himself down in these builds, and start either looking for a siphon, get the meds, or the minis.
One thing else I want to call out, mispronounced your name yesterday. You saw Code Cali there on the bottom, another player who had a great day, but we're on board here with Twitch Maximo as he drops in and they say, just stand still. Stand still. Hello? Hello?
Okay, you missed the first one. No! I don't know why he was trying to wiggle there and trying to be a little cheeky about it. He does get the 63 though, Sundown.
Ahí está. Si me sigues por ahí, tío, avisaré antes que a nadie, ¿vale? Porque YouTube avisa tarde. Manera de moverse lateralmente, chaval. Qué de gente, tío, qué de gente, es increíble.
Monet pushing over 34 players remaining, so still not at that first placement threshold. You see Acho Tipasolo getting picked up on the low ground by Lorelei there. Mo also in this match, S2 still representing on that west coast, the friend group who is all about getting better at Fortnite, and they're representing hard here. Jae-Young picks up evade mood, and we have our top 25. Brockster gets knives FN right away. Aether goes down as well.
No, se la va a hacer, se la va a hacer, se la va a hacer. Ya está, pa tu casa. Increíble, tío. Increíble. Ah. Vaya, es que por ahí aviso siempre, tío, por historias. Y la gente siempre me pregunta y hablamos siempre por ahí por privado. Pues mañana supongo que haré directo a las 8:15 hora española o así, 8:30.
It was just a tease. It was just a joke. But look down below. Rapid gets picked up. Holds 45 there. Going to be going toe to toe up on the high ground though.
Así que si quieres andar pendiente a esa hora, sin problema, ¿vale? Estate pendiente que empezaré directo, supongo. A este tío lo tiran. Wow. Es trampa, tío, eso. Quedan 5, quedan 5. Quedan 4. Caperucita roja yo creo que gana. Vámonos. Caperucita roja. Fantasma, fantasma, fantasma. Usa el fantasma. No se acuerda que lo tiene. ¡No! Se ha suicidado, tío.
5 elims and the victory royale, 15 points there to push him up to 32. That match was ridiculous, but for now we're going to throw it back on over to Courage, who's in the skin.
Cuento que natación es una hora, hombres, poder, pero bueno.
Sundown, what you don't see behind the scenes is Zeke currently taking his shoes off. Got the socks out.
Honestly, it looks extremely relaxed.
He's looking real comfortable. The energy
Ok, sin problema, tío. Sin problema, Brody. Pues mañana más, ¿vale?
As we catch up to speed on a few things going on while the NA West action unfolds. Obviously, intense down to the wire in some of those games right there. Arkham with a big performance. We saw Jarvis with an unfortunate demise there in 16th place. But Ben, I know you've got some things you want to show us.
It's actually funny you mentioned both of those players, Jarvis. Harrians as well on that list, and Arkham to end it. We have a set of replays. We're going to look at all 3 players and what they've done thus far for NA West.
Nada, esto va a ser todo replays de las mejores jugadas, así que nada, tío. Cerraré directo, ¿vale? Ya hablamos mañana si te metes en mi directo. Así que nada, Brody. Mañana más y mejor. ¿Vale, tío? Así que nada, bro. Hasta mañana. Chao, chao.